Israel has launched multiple airstrikes on military targets in Syria, targeting locations near Damascus and in the southern province of Deraa. The strikes follow Israeli warnings against any Syrian military movements in the south, with Israeli Defense Minister Katz emphasizing that Israel will not allow southern Syria to become another Hezbollah-controlled region. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has also called for the complete demilitarization of southern Syria, reinforcing Israel's strategy to maintain a security buffer to protect its northern borders. The recent escalation marks a return to Israeli military activity in Syria after a period of reduced airstrikes. Earlier this year, Israeli forces had significantly decreased their operations following a series of strikes on Syrian military infrastructure after the fall of the Assad regime in December. However, with growing concerns over Syria's military buildup, Israel has renewed its efforts to counter potential threats from Syrian forces and affiliated militant groups. These actions reflect Israel's broader policy of preemptive strikes to neutralize perceived threats before they materialize. Syria's new government, formed after the removal of President Bashar al-Assad, has strongly condemned Israel's actions, calling them a violation of Syrian sovereignty. In a national dialogue conference attended by various Syrian political figures, the government demanded an end to Israel's presence in the UN-monitored buffer zone. Despite these protests, Syria has not directly retaliated against Israel, as its military remains weak due to years of civil war and the challenge of reintegrating former rebel groups into a unified national force. Beyond the Syrian military, Israel is particularly concerned about the potential resurgence of Iranian-backed forces and Hezbollah in the region. Before Assad's downfall, Israel frequently targeted Iranian military assets and weapons shipments destined for Hezbollah. While Iranian forces withdrew from Syria during the regime's collapse, Israeli officials remain wary of their return. Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Saar has labeled Syria's new rulers as a jihadist Islamist terror group, indicating deep mistrust and the likelihood of further conflict. With Israel maintaining its presence in the buffer zone and Syria struggling to regain control of its territory, the situation in southern Syria remains highly volatile. While regional actors like Turkey and Iran have expressed concern over rising tensions, the international community has largely remained silent. Without a diplomatic breakthrough, Israel's security-driven military operations and Syria's fragmented governance could lead to prolonged instability, increasing the risk of further escalations in the region.